A very good day to you. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. It's Wednesday, December 28th. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run. A 23-year-old Middletown man has been charged with the brutal killing of a 3-year-old boy who is the son of his girlfriend. Wallkill Town Police Chief Robert Hertman and Orange County District Attorney David Hoovler announced on Tuesday that Gianni Sellers has been indicted on charges of murder and manslaughter in the June 2nd killing of Xavier Johnson. Officials said he was babysitting the youngster at their 4 Edward Diana Way apartment in Wallkill while the boy's mother was at work. A neighbor made the initial 911 call that brought Wallkill police to the home. The child was rushed to the hospital and died a short time later. D.A. Hoovler described the boy's injuries as savage and said he suffered blunt force trauma, resulting in brain hemorrhages, retinal hemorrhages, and internal bleeding.
This young man, or this young child, infant, should be alive today, should be enjoying the Christmas holiday, and he's not.
The investigation by a number of police agencies took place over a 6-month period. Retired Port Jervis City Councilman George Belcher died on Christmas Day. He was 91. Mayor Kelly Decker says he served the community in a number of ways.
He'd let you know he was a U.S. Marine first, but he was a councilman to the people of the Second Ward in Port Jervis, but more importantly to the people in Port Jervis. He would emphatically state, matter of fact, in many of his meetings, he would state how much he saved through negotiations with Orange and Rockland for the city. He'd have gas and electric savings.
Belcher served in the Marines during the Korean conflict, and when he returned home, he had a career as a general traffic manager, retiring from VAW in Ellenville. In addition to his many civic activities, Belcher served on the city's Strategic Planning Committee, the Port Jervis Tourism Board, Cable Commission, and West End Park Committee. Mayor Rob Rollison of Poughkeepsie, a retired police detective, plans to focus on public safety when he gets sworn in as state senator next week. Rollison, a Republican, was elected in November to represent the 39th Senate District. He says everything comes from public safety.
I hope, because I'm going to, be able to be a trusted advisor, a trusted person in that area, because that's where I've been.
The senator-elect indicated that the voters are also concerned with the economy, inflation, and the cost of goods. More news right after this.
Find over 100 retailers allowing you to spend hours shopping safely at the Galleria at Crystal Run. Enjoy the big brands and the diverse selection of family-owned stores all in one location. The Galleria at Crystal Run offers dining options for everyone with Fuji 110 Grill, Allen's Mediterranean Grill, and Peru Cuisine. Discover the Mid-Hudson Valley's premier shopping, dining, and entertainment destination, the Galleria at Crystal Run. For more information, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, or visit GalleriaCrystalRun.com.
Billions of federal and state funding will be distributed in the new year to fill areas where broadband is lacking, and Ulster County Controller March Gallagher is urging residents to speak up about voids in service. The Federal Communications Commission has created a map which is out for public review showing areas not served by broadband service, and Gallagher would like residents to participate in the process.
We want to make sure that anything that is not represented appropriately in the map, that we file a challenge for it. Ulster County is going to be filing a bulk challenge, but we've also heard that it's important to have individuals and businesses, individual property owners file their own challenge. So we're really hoping that people will take a look at the map and file a challenge if the federal government doesn't have their broadband status correct.
Gallagher has created a county citizens commission for digital inclusion that has identified over 1,100 properties not served by broadband and wants to ensure that they are in the federal report. Milmar Foods in the town of Goshen will be expanding its 60,000 square foot building by 40,000 square foot while demolishing about 5,000 square feet of the existing building. The $18 million expansion is made possible by financial incentives provided by the Orange County Industrial Development Agency, including exemptions on the sales tax and mortgage recording tax, and a 15-year abatement or phase-in of the new property taxes resulting from the expansion. One man was killed in a two-car crash on Route 211 at Canning Road in the town of Montgomery Tuesday afternoon, according to first responders at the scene of the 2:30 p.m. accident. A medical examiner was called to the scene. Police are continuing to investigate the incident. State police on Tuesday said the accident in which a 6-year-old boy was struck and killed by a bus on December 25th occurred in the town of Palm Tree when the child ran into the roadway in front of the vehicle. The child's name was not released by police. The bus continued to travel on, but the driver returned to the scene a short time later. Police say the driver was not impaired, and at this point, the accident appears to be non-criminal in nature. I'm Hank Gross, MidHudsonNews.com. The news today brought to you by the Galleria at Crystal Run.